Have you ever felt you've been delivering everything, working hard, doing everything right, but somehow your colleagues, your peers are moving ahead of you? Well, the trick here might not be just the technical skills. It could be you are not observing how to behave in a certain environment. So in part 2 of Corporate Etiquette, we are going to talk about some unwritten rules you could follow and maybe help you move ahead in your career. Hi everyone, I'm Maggie and I've been helping people around the world to not only to improve English but also improve their communication and career growth. The way you behave professionally in everyday business situations. It could be something very subtle, like the way you disagree with people. Now, it is okay to disagree, but the way you disagree is gonna convey what kind of professional you are. So if you just come out and say, I disagree, I think that's wrong, you could be perceived as abrupt, abrasive, a person who is difficult to work with and communicate. Instead, you should say something different like, well, I see your point, but I have a different opinion, for example. I understand what you mean, but I have a different perspective. Simple changes in your sentence could change completely the way your clients, your leaders, your stakeholders perceive you and help you navigate corporate better. So that's number 1. Disagree politely. Now, how to follow up without sounding pushy. You don't want to say, have you done that? Have you done that? I asked you that. Well, the deadline was that. That sounds too authoritarian, too pushy. So why not say something different? Say, I was wondering if you had finished that report I asked. We are running out of time. Something softer. Now, I know some of you might think, in the fast-paced business, sometimes saying that could be too much. No, it isn't. Everybody today is looking for someone who understands how to communicate well with everyone you have to work with. The more competitive the world becomes, the more you have to work with communication. And it's that communication that is going to call attention and make you stand out from the crowd and maybe be the person who is going to be called for the next promotion. Now, interrupting is fine. You are in a meeting, you can interrupt, but don't say, no, that's not right. Just say something more polite like, may I say something? Could I just butt in? It doesn't cost you anything, it's fraction of a second. But the gain you get is way better. You are going to be perceived as somebody in control, somebody confident, and a person who knows how to disagree and interrupt in a kind and polite manner. Now, next, receiving feedback. Nobody wants to hear criticism, but this is part of the game. You are gonna have constructive feedback, or even if your manager doesn't give you feedback in the appropriate manner, you should receive it politely. So you might disagree with the feedback, but just say, okay, so thank you very much for the feedback. I'm gonna think about it and reflect upon it. Just say you are listening. The moment you start defending yourself, it's gonna show that you are closed for improvements. And the first observation this manager is going to have is like, okay, this person doesn't like to hear constructive feedback, so it's not ready for any improvement. We all have to improve, so listen to it. You could say, I appreciate you pointing that out. If you don't understand, you say, oh, could you give me another example so that I could understand that better? Right? It is part of the game. We are not perfect. We are always going to have to improve something, act accordingly. Tone is very important. Don't be snarky. I know that inside you are dying to be snarky and you are dying to say something really, really hurtful to people. But please resist that urge. Resist it. It's your career. No matter how bad your colleague is, the moment you are snarky, people are going to remember your comment, not your colleague's attitude. So don't do that. That's suicide. Just remember the tone. Always up. Can you help me with that? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm busy right now. Do you think we could talk in 30 minutes? It is very important to use the tone, even with people we don't like. Remember that. You work for a company, you work with people. You are not making friends there. You have to work with them. So it doesn't matter whether they don't like pets and you like pets. It doesn't matter. You maintain your professional tone, and this is etiquette more than anything else. So people have different perspectives. Disagree politely. Fight the urge to be snarky and revengeful. Interrupt politely. Receive feedback respectfully. That way, you are going to be inserted in the corporate in a way that people are going to recognize your soft skills, and maybe that's just what you needed to get your next promotion. So tell me, what do you think that those lines, those etiquettes are important in your company? Tell me in the comments if you think they are useless or if that's not necessary, as long as you deliver whatever you have to deliver. Tell me in the comments and I'll give you my comments back. If you like this video, click that button, subscribe for more content. Thank you very much for watching.